What is going on, guys? Brando Commando back with another video, and today we'll be going over Atomic and how to set it up as a tank. So recently, I think a couple weeks ago, I did a Rage tank guide, but now I've been playing as Atomic, which is like it's like my OG tank power pretty much. So it's kind of nice to be back on Atomic. I've always liked it a lot, and it works. It works good in the new raid for Elite Plus. If you guys have checked out my video, I tanked all bosses on Elite Plus, and it was pretty good for the most part. You know, Atomic can handle it. And also, I want to give a shout out. Just hit 500 subscribers. I'm at 502. So now I'm, it's that road to 1,000 subscribers. That's the ultimate goal right there. And then to keep moving up. But anyways, let's get into the video for Atomic Tank. So basically, to start out with tanking, you're always going to pretty much for the most part have your auto lock on to off. But if you want to single target a boss, you obviously, you have to put it on. But for the most part, you have it off. And then for armories, I only have 2 armories for my Atomic tanking. And I'll explain in a little bit the purpose of that. So let's start off with hybrid. So all it is, the difference is how I spec my skill points. But before we get into that, let's jump to the gear and the wipe mods. So for all tanks, you run absorption adapter, Atomic here, supercharged mass density, which is to get back your shield, your group shield. Fortified assault. Accelerated density, which is a shield. Hardy, and there's no leg mod. Tumbling master for feet, hands, regenerative shielding. And then for your affinity mods, I run health just to get a little extra health because I spec first into Dom, and everything else is Dom. But yeah, I spec into Dom first, so I maxed out my Dom. So I figure I'll pick up a little bit of health here. Alright, so for artifacts, Manacles of Force and Lazarus Pitwater. So these are pretty much the automatic 2 for every tank power. But for Atomic specifically, Scrap of Soul Cloak is good to run, because it helps you get back your mass density, your group shield faster. So that's always good to run. So let's jump over to the... Oh shit. I'm yawning here, getting tired. But yeah, let's jump over to the allies. So I like to run Future Lex Luthor and Flashpoint Batman. Lex Luthor is really good because your health will drop to 50% or below pretty easy. So in the hard content, of course. So this will be proccing and going off all the time, getting a huge 15% increase in defense, domination, and resto, because those are the 2 stats that we need as a tank. This is just a little flat increase, permanent increase in defense, so that just helps in general. The other ally that people run a lot, but for Atomic it's not as useful, is the Superman. The reason being is the Superman ally's shield that spawns when you use your group breakout, which in Atomic's case is Neutrino Blast, they don't stack with the aura. So for Atomic, this right here is the aura, right? So this this doesn't stack with the Superman ally, so it's kind of pointless. Now, if you're ever in a situation where you're not using your aura, which can happen, it's a setup people do for like survival mode, or when they're only tanking one boss. It's more rare. For the most part, you're going to be using your aura. You're going to always want to keep it up, your aura up. So that's why I just go with these two allies. But the Superman is one that, you know, you can want to get eventually. But for sure, these two allies for mostly, you know, everything you do. And then for the augments, it's going to be all Dom. Dominating. So that covers that, the allies. Now let's jump over to the skill points. So for this armory I have, it's the hybrid spec, which means basically it is my raid. The hybrid spec is your raid spec, or basically anytime you have a healer, you want to do the hybrid spec. But so like in Elite, in CTE Plus, Elite Plus, this is the armory, this is the spec I had. I had hybrid. I put 10 into 10 because this healing chance and healing magnitude only affects Proton Remedy, this power right here. So it's only useful to max these out if you have no healer. But this is my raid setup, so I put 10 into 10. Then I max out my Dom, which is important for the shields, and then I put the rest into health, 226. So if I had more skill points, I could max that out. But yeah, so it's always nice to have more skill points. Now let's jump over to iconic powers. Hardlight Shield is the main thing that I'm always using, but technically, like Amazonian Deflection, I might need to use in the future, but it's pretty rare to ever have to. And then Super Speed, I just get all the resistant recovery stuff. But another thing too is in the future, I might have to use phase dodge, maybe dash attack. But now with the EOG nerf, it's harder to have like 2 supercharges. Oh shit! Another freaking yawn, man. Probably should have made this video earlier. But yeah, so like they nerfed EOG, so you don't get your regen as good. But like if I was to run like an EOG spam setup, I would take off manacles, and then I would put on Eye of Gemini, and then I would have mass density, and then I would also have like dash attack right here, for example. But anyways, we're getting off topic here as far as like the main standard setup, but that is a possible setup. Weapons, I just have 1 into it. I don't do any spec into that. So for the loadout, we have Atomic Reorganization, which is just the main, that's the pool. This is the it's our combo also, and it also is our stun. So like you have to do it 3 times to get the aura. Boom, here's the third, and there's the aura. And when you have the aura, you get control resistance, and then you also absorb 25% damage. So it's like a permanent 25% little shield where it negates damage. And you always get to have this up 24/7 as long as you keep your aura up. So it's kind of like emulation in a way. So like watch, Proton Remedy's gonna cool down, boom, boom. See, 24/7 upkeep. So like I rarely like spam the actual combo just because I want to be focused on countering. I just do the shortcut. and then I'll be, you know, pop the shield, counter the boss, boom. But now if you have to stun ads, then obviously you use the this is your main stun. It can perma stun ads, thermochemical. You could just tap it once and now do the stun, or you could fully do the combo. When I fully do the combo, it's usually when I'm like in an alert and I need my own heals, because when you finish out the combo and in the thermochemical explosion, it does like heals. So like I'll be doing the combo like this if I need my own like heals, if there's like no healer in the group. And then, yeah, so Proton Remedy, that's your heal, and it's also your shortcut. It gives you your aura. Density is a shield that we use, and then we have Hardlight, a stronger shield. Then we have Mass Density, which is the group shield, and it's a really strong shield. All right, so that is my raid setup. And if you guys want to see like gameplay, watch my latest videos when I tanked CTE plus as Atomic. You can see how I use it. So now let's go to super powered. The only difference now, everything's the same, boom. But now we spec super powered, because this is like I said, this is not for raid. This is like for an alert when there's no healer, there's no troller. So I have power regen. Because there's no healer, I maxed out critical healing chance, critical healing magnitude, because I'm really going to be utilizing Proton Remedy, so I can get bigger and, you know, better heals when I use it. Then I max out dominance and rest into health. So that's the change between my super powered armory and hybrid armory. And that's pretty much it, guys. Same allies for my super powered, as you can see. But if you guys have any like specific questions, like, because there's not everything I told you about Atomic. Like if you're wanting to see gameplay, refer to my videos of me tanking in the raid. And yeah, if you have any questions, just hit me up in the comments, guys. But anyways, it's awesome that I hit 500 subscribers, and hopefully I can keep going up on this channel and hit 1,000 eventually. I do need to start doing editing in my videos, get like an intro going and all that good stuff. But I've just been lazy with it. But that's pretty much it, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, peace.